So you guys were one. I'm hearing a lot of you guys. You guys wanted a theme song shortened, so here we go. This girl reviews movies, games, and books. Sometimes she plays them. So does that. And when she does it with the cat, does that make her crazy? Does that make her crazy? Probably. So it's shorter. There you go. Crazy Cat Lady Gamer Reviewer or Martha Butler does not own any trailers or pictures. I use them under fair use, educational, for education and entertainment purpose. Hi everybody, Martha here. So today, just got done watching the first episode of What If Marvel's show. So this one is what if Peggy Carter became took the serum instead of Steve Rogers. So Peggy, the different, like, how this one started out being different because Peggy decided to stay on the where they put the shot, when they put the serum. She decided to stay on near that area instead going outside or whatever where she was before. We watched that one movie, but I'm pretty sure she wasn't there this time. And the guy who takes the serum, tried to take the serum back to the Red Skull. He decides to make him move this time, right when Steve's about to get the serum administrated in him from the machine, and he tried to blow up the machine and interrupted what Steve, and Steve tried to stop him, and Steve gets shot by him, and so Peggy goes over to him, and Peggy's not able to. Number of spoilers, guys. Peggy decided to get in the machine herself since Steve was too injured to survive the serum administratum, and she ended up coming Captain Britain / Captain Peggy. Well, they didn't give her the name until later on in the episode. So one of the soldier guys, not Tommy Lee Jones, her commanding officer, different commanding officer, because I guess since they couldn't get him back, said the war's no place for a woman, yada yada yada, and she ends up getting mad about it, punching the punching bag just like Steve does when he gets mad, and we see her throwing weights into a wall to show that she can actually she could probably throw the shield once she gets it. So her first mission as Captain Peggy, as Captain Carter, is when she goes and tries to get the cataract from Honor and Soul, when they find it from when Red Skull finds it in that one area, and then when she gets, we see her fight a big German guy that is who probably could have been, what Steve could have looked like basically if he ended up, it's a hulking German white blonde guy. No way, that's all big he was, and she took him down pretty easily. And when she comes back with the Zobra and the Tesseract, Howard, Tony's dad, uses this to make the Hydra Stomper, which is basically the first Iron Man suit. He uses the Tesseract to power it up. And he gets Steve to go in there, and that way Steve can still serve, even though he can't fight. He's still the skinny guy from Brooklyn, So yeah, and I didn't like that her and like she still had the whole entire thing with Steve, even though Steve's not the same as that guy when she said this to him, but she still promised him, "I will still we'll still do the dance together." So yeah, it proves that Peggy loves him no matter if it's him or not. I found that kind of cute, and um, she goes and gets Bucky and the other 107 confronts from saving them from there, and like in the battle, this is when Steve gets sent there to help them like get away from the battle, and like both Peggy and Bucky are both surprised about it, and um the commanding officer guy is like saying, "I like to the to Roosevelt, the president or vice president during this time, different universe. I'm the one that came up with the idea. Yada yada. They're both doing great. Yada yada yada. It was my idea. Like you, liar." um, and we see like a montage of like both her and Steve like fighting. Bunch of Nazis and Hydra agents, basically, since they can't had to find a way to cover a movie in 33 minutes. So yeah, and this is when we see them go after the train thing. That ends up like seeing the one that ends up killing sending Bucky to being the submerged soldier, but somehow Peggy's able to catch him before he falls off the train this time, and he remarks, "You could have ripped my arm off," which we know what happened. That's what happened before Bucky became the Winter Soldier. He lost his arm, and we end up seeing the bombs that are in there blow up, and we think that kills Steve because Steve was in there with their and. So, and that's how the Red Skull gets the Tesseract back for this. And he brings back like an octopus thing that I guess is supposed to represent a different version of the Hydra monster that Marvel made up. And Peggy goes and with the other characters, even with Howard, because Howard is there to press buttons. Because it's like, why is Howard going? Howard can't fight. And so like he like after the octopus ends up killing the Red Skull this time, instead of getting sent off to protect the Soul Stone, he gets killed by the monster he was in there. So Peggy is trying to battle it while Howard's trying to wonder how to work this button thing, because he doesn't know German, so he doesn't know what button these things do. So yeah, and so she's fighting. She grabs a sword, so I guess it's another like she's fighting with a sword and the shield, and she ends up pushing it in there. They find Steve, who's like hooked up to like a battery thing, and he goes in there and tries to save Peggy. But she ends up sending the octopus thing back for the portal, and she goes in there with it. And but before she goes in there, Steve says, You're supposed to owe me a dance lesson." And Saturday night, I promise. Just like Steve promised her. So yeah, and we also find out that just like Steve, she can't feel the results of she can't get drunk anymore, just like he couldn't in the first movie. So yeah, it's still pretty. It's a good one. I mean, we see at the very end, she comes like in the futurish time, like after 70 years. Fury and Hawkeye press the button, and Peggy comes back, and they try to say, The war was 70 years ago, and we won. And she says, "Great, yay!" She, but she's devastated, just like he was. So it's basically like the movie, a little bit shorter, but different circumstances and stuff like that. And it's animated this time, so it was alright. Um, I'm probably gonna give this one a 7 out of 10. So I'll see you guys later. Like, share, and subscribe, and bye bye.